Hi everyone, and welcome to this special Telemedia 8.1 one-to-one session. As you all know, IPRN has been a core sector for the telemedia market for the last 20 years, certainly as long as I've been in it. And Telemedia Magazine and News and Online has covered this sector extensively. And of course, it's one of the core areas that we cover through our World Telemedia events. And now, of course, our online virtual event, Telemedia 8.1. Around about August last year, I think, we were introduced to a brand new IPRN company, Audiotext.com, who have subsequently sponsored Telemedia 8.1, and they're also an exhibitor, so you can go find them there. They've been very generous in their comments and views on the IPRN market. And as a newcomer, or relative newcomer to the market, not to say there's not a wealth of experience in the background, they've taken a fresh look at this industry and I think come to market with some really interesting solutions and a really interesting approach. So we thought it would be nice in this first one-to-one session for you to meet Raz Van Belker, who's the COO of Audiotext.com. So hi, Raz Van, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Jarvis. It's nice to see you again. Hope you had a nice holiday.
And you too. It's a real pleasure. So just quickly, I think it would be good by way of introduction if you could maybe just tell the audience a little bit about yourself and your background and how you came to get involved in the IPRN business. And then we'll talk a little bit more specifically about the business itself.
Sure thing. So I have a background in sales, marketing, and software development. And as my interest in software development grew and my experience with it, I got an opportunity to join the team and start working on Audiotext.com. We've been pushing this for the last couple of years, and it's been a thrill to be a part of it. I kind of see it as being my baby, if you will. I raised this thing from the ground up.
Okay, well, I like the sound of that because I think all successful businesses need a lot of love and attention. So let's talk about the business itself. Audiotext.com, founded last year. Talk us through structure of the company and what you set out to do.
Sure. Well, we have a bit of a mission statement. We plan to raise the bar when it comes to IPRN services. We created Audiotext.com, like I said earlier, after 2 years of very hard work. We launched in August, and our goal is to become the central distribution hub for all premium rate number services. We created the platform to service the needs of two separate market segments. Telcos, we aim to provide with an opportunity to create new incremental revenue streams by leveraging their existing infrastructure and user base. And we also want to come forward to content creators and provide them a complementary revenue stream where it would act as a supplement to their existing payment facilitation opportunities. We see IPRN being deployed in two different ways. As an alternative to supporting content creators, these are people who already have revenue streams from various social video platforms and crowdfunding platforms, and IPRN can be another vertical for people like this. And we also see it as a good alternative to DCB, to direct carrier billing. We see many potential opportunities for service providers to deploy premium rate number services to their client base.
For sure. Well, and it's interesting because if you look at obviously we get to see the profile of the people that sign up to Telemedia 8.1, and it's been really notable that IPRN is actually a trend that's going up. And in fact, I think that, particularly if you look at emerging markets, the unbanked, and, there are opportunities in developing markets as well, there does seem to be a renewed enthusiasm for IPRN as a solution. And as you say, as an alternative or as a complement to DCB. And there does seem to be developments in the market where IPRN really is the perfect solution. So, I think I agree with you completely, and it's obvious that you're in the right space. And I think it's important that we get fresh blood and a fresh perspective on that. So tell us a little bit about what you're focusing on, because I know you arrived as Audiotext.com, but there's something brewing that I think we're going to be talking about very soon. And perhaps you'd like to reveal some of the work you've been doing in the background.
Sure thing. So we're focusing on two major software upgrades to our system in Q1 and Q2 of this year. The first one is called AudioTextStars, where we're about to launch the coming days. AudioTextStars is our name for a system that increases revenues for our user and partner networks by giving them the most accurate and up-to-date access information. So this helps everybody we work with get the best ROI on their work. It's launching this week, and we look forward to seeing some very good results from it. And
sorry, yeah, I had a sneak preview, and I know that you know, information is key in this industry, but to be able to have you know, almost real-time access information is going to be a real game changer, I think, for traffic generators of all sorts.
It's something that we put a lot of work into, and we're quite proud of. We provide accurate information up to the last 15 minutes for anybody using this system. We offer it to audiotext.com users as well as casual browsers of the website. We implemented it in two different ways. So we really want to get this tool into as many hands as possible. You don't have to sign up. You can just pop in, take a look. If you like what you see, you're more than welcome to join us. And the second thing we're working on is, and this will launch sometime in the second quarter, is what we refer to as our Reseller Hub. This will allow many, many new players in the IPRN sector to build their own businesses on top of our tech platform. It's going to leverage our tech resources and our good interconnection network to offer our partners the most valuable white label reseller platform on the market. And we're confident this is going to help users and partners get the best ROI for their business. If you're somebody who's already a well-established player in the industry, you have your own platform, your own switch, we can already work like this. What we plan to focus on with our Reseller Hub is to bring fresh blood into the industry, to bring this tech into the hands of people who don't know what a telecom switch is and don't want to have that overhead.
Sure. Well, I mean, that kind of resource sounds invaluable. And I think also the idea behind sharing information to generate business is a really refreshing approach, because, you know, for a long time, the industry has often operated in the shadows. People protect information. But I think we've found with our own experiences that, in fact, to drive and to grow the business, actually a more open source approach, and, you know, more focus on partnerships and less protectionism actually is definitely the way to grow the market. And I think probably it's a good way to segue into talking about the premium rate sector in general across Europe, because I know that you've got some interesting views on how you see that going. And obviously, as Telemedia 8.1 viewers, I think we're always interested to hear fresh views and fresh perspectives on where the opportunities are for premium rate in general across Europe and beyond.
I'm very happy to hear you mention that. You mentioned just a bit earlier how you see the openness of the industry as being a factor of significant importance moving forward. And this is also an area where we're continuously trying to grow. We have a great carrier relations development team in place. Adriana Tushka, she's our head of carrier relations. I think you've already met her, and if you haven't, you're more than welcome to do so for Telemedia 8.1. We look forward to the pandemic being over so we can get back to hitting the conference circuit and keep expanding our access footprint. And to touch on what you mentioned earlier regarding the premium rate numbers game in Europe, this is a bit of a longer term play for us. We're not currently active in this. We aim to grow into offering domestic premium number services. And it's one of the things that I love about the industry, because the game's always changing. In Europe, for instance, you have very, very good internet penetration. And here we would like to partner with local content creators and offer their fans an additional way to support their favorite channels. So in contrast, in places with lower internet penetration, we're looking to partner with certain with service providers. Places like Africa and the Middle East, you have a very low internet penetration rate and very low banked population. So here, like I said, we're looking to partner with service providers. Just because I don't have a bank account doesn't mean I don't have to pay for a bridge toll or pay for parking in my city. So this is kind of the longer term development play for us, and how we plan to move into the domestic numbers market.
I remember actually reading the interview that you did back in the summer, and I know that you touched on a few points there, which I thought were interesting, in that you highlighted the fragmentation of the media market, and you mentioned it there again with the sort of emergence of independent content creators, and the being able to give them the ability to be able to bill for their content, which is just one area where the future of micropayments is really starting to be realized, I think. And there are a number of other aspects that I think you identified, which I think is why in the last certainly in the last 12 to 24 months, we've been able to be so positive with our PR and our news about the industry, because finally it seems like we're breaking out into new verticals, new applications, and of course off the back of the last 12 months, app downloads and digital content consumption has gone through the roof, and obviously that's had a knock-on effect to our industry. So I think in general, let's have a positive view from you about the future of micropayments. I mean, I imagine it can't be anything other than good news, right?
Exactly. And I'm glad to hear you touching on the current global situation. The last year has been pretty rough on a lot of different business sectors. Happily, though, internet usage is going through the roof. Content consumption is going through the roof, because what are you going to do? You're stuck in your house. People aren't getting out as much. And the situation pertaining the telecoms industry is that voice volumes have been consistently going down for years. We see the rise of OTT providers, so this leaves network operators struggling for revenue. So micropayment solutions through premium rate number services can come to the rescue. The biggest social network in the world is still Facebook. They're touting about 2 billion users, if I'm not mistaken. PSTN, the public switch telephone network, has around 8 billion. So it's still by far the network with the biggest reach. So we see a bit of a mirror between IPRN for voice traffic and what Twilio did with SMS and A2P. They took existing infrastructure and leveraged it to offer value-added services to the tune of, I think they're up to 60 or 65 billion market cap.
Mm-hmm.
So we do see IPRN kind of going the same way. These premium rate number services have been around for ages, and they're a consistently reliable business model. I don't see them going away anytime soon, but they will have to improvise and adapt to changing market conditions. They're a win-win solution for everybody. We help network operators generate additional revenue streams at no additional cost. We take what's there, we add our value on top of it, and everybody's happier for it. We help service providers get their offerings into to their consumers in a much more easy way. And we also help the consumers pay for various goods and services in a more convenient way. This relationship between premium rate numbers, distribution platforms, network operators, and content creators does take a lot of hard work. There's, as you know, you've been in the industry for ages, there's a lot of different moving parts, but when they do sync up, it's a tremendous feeling.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree with that. And let's go back to the ATStars platform, because I know that, as I say, once people get to see this interview and they've seen your press release, we're really going to urge people to go and have a look at that, because I mean, firstly, it looks extremely pretty. I know that it's replacing a lot of very unpleasant, nasty Excel spreadsheet work that people have been doing in the background for years, and it's going to really make people's lives a lot happier. And so obviously we want people to go onto the site, and I just wanted to find out, what do you think right now? What would the message be? Who would your perfect ATStars customer look like right now? So, for anybody watching this, just paint a picture of who you want to pick up the phone, who you want to hit that site, and who do you think is going to benefit the most right from the get-go?
If you're a network operator or a wholesaler, a transit operator, and you're looking to increase your revenue, reach out. We're always looking to expand our interconnection network. So this is one area where we can come to our partners' aid. Another one is if you have the ability, if you have your own content and you want to get it out there. Again, if you have content, reach out, come test the platform, check for your local, for access from your local origination, and see what's the best ROI you can get from us. And if you're a sort of aggregator, if you will, if you're already in the business, let's get interconnected. We can offer the ATStars access functionality, not only in a visual level, we still do the old school Excel stuff as well. So you would be getting 24-hour updates via email. But there's one thing that we do differently here. A lot of the emails I've seen, they just attach an Excel file. So if you read it 6 hours later, you know access can be very volatile. So that might not be of the best use for you. With us, you only get a link in your email. When you click the link, you download the freshest access list. It's accurate up to the last 15 minutes.
Amazing. I mean, I know I'm talking to you earlier before we did the interview. I mean, what I was really encouraged to hear was that whilst you've automated an awful lot and you've tried to take away a lot of the pain when it comes to information and planning your business, there's still a very expert team in the background that is going to be working directly with customers, because obviously, you made the point to me that you can't sort of just give people an open access to this sort of powerful platform without actually having a business relationship with these guys. So I think you're also looking to put a personal touch on this as well, aren't you?
We did our very best to put everything in the hands of our users, all our tech, all our know-how, everything we've been developing with a focus on our users. But that doesn't mean we just give you a ticket and turn around and say, yeah, we're done here. We do put a great deal of importance in our customer relations team as well, our account management team. We're always here wherever you want to reach out, through Skype, straight from the platform by using the embedded chat client, phone even. If you're already a user, our account managers are 24/7 at your disposal. Whatever you need, we're here to support you and your business growth.
Great. Okay. And so, Raz Van, if people want to go look at the platform, can you just give us the URL and the links just one more time for us?
Happy to do so. Just head over to www.audiotext.com. It's our commercial website. Regarding ATStars, we have a page in the commercial header. It's called Access. This will take you immediately to a menu where you can search for access and filter it according to your needs. And if you like what you see, but you want to see a bit more, there's also a button called Test Account in the header. You can just click it. It will take you to a mock version of our platform so you can see how we do what we do. If that got you interested as well, then you're free to create an account anytime you wish. All it takes, we offer 2 registration options, a quick registration and a full registration. If you're in a hurry, you can just give us your email and a contact method and you're good to go. You can start allocating ranges and running traffic. but we will need to still get to know each other on a bit personal level before we move the business forward.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Well, what I can say is that in the next, certainly in the next week, there's going to be a more technical product demonstration that we're going to do with Audiotext.com. So we're looking forward to that. And all that remains for me to say is, Raz, thank you very much for your time. We wish you every success with the new platform. We'll certainly be giving you as much support as we can across all of our media. And obviously, again, the other way of getting in touch with the guys and meeting their team is to go to www.telemedia8.1.com, and you can also search IPRN and meet some other fellow operators in this very, very exciting space. So Raz Van, thank you very much. We'll see you again very soon.
Thank you very much for taking the time, Jarvis.
It's our pleasure.